Hello and welcome to the Deep Dive.
Hello.
I'm genuinely thrilled you're joining us today. I think this is going to be a truly enlightening deep dive.
Me too. It's a great topic.
Today we're not just, dipping our toes in. We're plunging right into this fascinating exploration of the power hidden in your daily routines.
Yeah, that hidden power.
Exactly. But here's the twist. We want to unlock how these consistent habits can specifically speed up your journey to mastering a new language, especially English.
Right, making that connection explicit.
Our sources for this, well, they're quite rich and varied. We've got a blend of cutting-edge neuro-language coaching insights,
Fascinating stuff.
practical vocabulary guides, and just real-world experiences from language learners and teachers who've actually, walked this path.
We've done it.
Right. So our mission today, it's simple, but I think it's profound. We're going to uncover how those seemingly small, consistent actions you're already doing, how they can become your most powerful, maybe untapped allies in learning English.
Love that. Untapped allies.
Get ready for some genuine aha moments. I really think this could transform how you think about your daily schedule and maybe more importantly, how you approach learning English.
It truly is an intriguing topic, isn't it?
Definitely.
The universal appeal of routines, it's undeniable. We all have them, right? Whether we consciously create them or not.
True.
But their impact, often underestimated on our cognitive processes, particularly for learning. That's something we rarely stop to really consider.
We just do them.
Exactly. So today we're going to pull back the curtain on the brain science, looking at effective habit formation specifically for language acquisition.
Okay.
We'll connect the dots, between your existing daily structure and how your brain actually learns best.
Like having a blueprint.
Precisely. Think of it like having an architect for your brain's language center. A neurolanguage coach helps you understand the natural blueprint of how your brain acquires language.
Right.
So you can build fluency faster, more efficiently, basically leveraging your brain's own design instead of, fighting against it.
Makes sense. Work with it, not against it.
And because this deep dive is really custom tailored for you, our listener, we're committed to providing actionable, really brain-friendly strategies. Things to make learning feel integrated, easy.
Not another chore.
Exactly. Not just another chore added to your already busy life. We want to help you gain knowledge quickly, but thoroughly.
And without feeling overwhelmed.
Yes, absolutely. No info overload. Making this deep dive a shortcut, really, to becoming truly well-informed on this.
Okay, let's unpack this crucial idea then. We all operate within routines, right? Whether we realize it or not.
Definitely.
From the moment our eyes flutter open to when our heads finally hit the pillow, we're cycling through these, largely predictable habits.
Day in, day out.
But what if those everyday actions, the ones we barely think about, could be transformed, turned into secret weapons for learning English?
That's the exciting part.
Our sources, particularly the insights from the neurolanguage coach Marika, make a really compelling case for this. It's scientifically backed, too.
Yeah, based on how the brain works.
Her core message, and you hear this echoed in effective learning methods, it's simple, but so powerful. Consistency is key.
The golden rule.
She stresses that, and I'm quoting here, instead of doing lots of German on the weekend, when I have more free time, I have to find ways to do short learning sessions as part of my daily routine.
Short bursts, not weekend marathons.
Exactly. She even shared her own motivation for learning German to a B1 level. She wanted to have real conversations.
A very practical goal.
And she explicitly linked reaching that goal, that ability to genuinely converse, to the power of sticking to a consistent daily routine.
So it's not about those grand, infrequent gestures like heroic cramming sessions.
No, not at all. It's about those small, steady, almost invisible steps that just build up over time.
What's truly fascinating here, and it often feels counterintuitive, doesn't it, compared to how many of us were taught to study?
Right. Long hours, total focus.
Exactly. But the brain actually thrives on consistency, especially when it comes to something as intricate as language acquisition. As a neuro-language coach, America isn't just, offering an opinion. Her approach is grounded in neuroscience.
It's science-based.
She says, I study how the brain best learns languages. And that's what I do with my clients.
Yeah.
Make it easy for them to learn English faster, thanks to brain science.
So it's about understanding our neural networks.
Precisely. How they form, how they strengthen, and the why behind these short, consistent sessions versus the long, infrequent ones. It's crucial.
Tell me more.
Okay, imagine your brain is like a busy city, and new language info is a path you're trying to build through it.
Okay, I'm with you.
If you try to build a massive superhighway all at once, just on a weekend, it's chaotic, right? Materials everywhere, confusing. That's cognitive overload.
Too much, too fast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your brain struggles to integrate all that new knowledge into long-term memory. It just gets overwhelmed.
Makes sense.
But if you work on just a small section of that path every single day, little by little, your brain can manage the workload. It reinforces those connections. It leaves a clear, durable pathway for English.
Like building superhighways in your brain, but gradually.
You got it. These consistent, shorter bursts reduce cognitive load. It allows for better retention, stronger memory formation.
You know what sticks better?
Much better. And this approach directly addresses what you, the listener, probably want. Gain knowledge quickly, but thoroughly.
And avoid that feeling of being swamped.
Absolutely. Avoid feeling overwhelmed by info overload, which is huge in modern life. It makes learning feel organic, sustainable, almost effortless, really.
So it becomes part of your cognitive landscape, as you said.
Exactly. A natural part.
That analogy, building superhighways in your brain, that really hits home. It challenges that old mindset, doesn't it?
It really does.
You know, the idea that learning a language means hours hunched over textbooks, drilling verb conjugations.
It's a traditional slog.
Yeah, it sounds like America's approach and the brain science behind it is telling us to completely rethink when and how we engage with English.
It's a paradigm shift.
So it's not just repetition, but smart repetition that respects how our brains are actually wired.
Precisely. Smart, consistent repetition.
This basically shifts language learning from this daunting academic task to an integrated, natural part of just living your life. So how do we actually do that? How do we practically weave this brain-friendly, consistent learning into our already packed lives?
That's exactly the next step, where the rubber meets the road, as they say.
Let's get practical.
Our neuro-language coach, America, offers some incredibly practical strategies for doing just that, turning your everyday routine into a powerful language lab.
Okay, I'm ready.
We're going to dive deep into her first 3 brilliant tips right now. We'll show you how even small shifts can make a truly monumental difference in your English learning.
Small shifts, big impact.
You'll see, even if your schedule is jam-packed, there are loads of ways to make doing lots of English feel not just easy, but almost invisible within your day.
Invisible learning, I like that.
It's not about adding more to your plate. It's about intelligently reframing what's already there.
Okay, so the first strategy, America suggests, quite ingeniously, I think, replace activities you do in your own language with activities in English.
Simple, but powerful.
It's not about finding new time, right? It's about repurposing the time you already use.
Exactly. Leverage what's existing.
She shared such a great anecdote about this. She said, in the video, you saw that I start my day with yoga in German.
Ah, yes. The yoga example.
During the confinement, I developed a habit of doing yoga almost every morning. So when I started learning German, it was easy to just switch my existing yoga habit from English into German.
Brilliant. So clever.
The immediate application for you listening right now is crystal clear, isn't it? If you have a habit, a hobby, something you already enjoy doing in your own language, something you do consistently.
Like watching cooking shows or listening to music.
Exactly. There's a strong chance you can simply switch the language to English. Leverage what you already do. Don't try to force something totally new.
And the question is, why is this such an incredibly effective strategy?
Yeah, what's the science bit?
It's because it leverages those existing neural pathways. Your brain already has connections for that activity.
Okay.
So when you integrate English into something you already enjoy and do regularly, your brain doesn't see it as a completely new, challenging, energy-draining task.
Ah, it's less threatening.
Precisely. It's more like an enhancement, a slight modification to something familiar, maybe even comforting.
Makes the new language less of a burden.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Less imposition, more like an enrichment of something enjoyable. And Marika points out something key here.
What's that?
She says, you may not understand everything as well, but you can probably understand the main ideas. And as you do the activity more and more, you'll pick up more and more vocabulary naturally.
So no pressure for perfection?
None at all.
Yeah.
That organic learning, without the pressure of instant full comprehension, is incredibly effective for the brain. It lowers anxiety, a huge barrier to learning, and allows for passive absorption over time.
Like learning by osmosis, almost.
Kind of. Imagine watching an English sports commentator for a game you love, or following a baking tutorial in English. The visuals, the context clues, they support your understanding.
And the new words just slowly seep in.
Exactly. They accumulate naturally. So think about your own daily life right now. Do you follow a fitness instructor online? Listen to music while working out? Cook from recipes? Read blogs about a hobby?
Loads of possibilities.
Each one is a prime candidate for a single language switch. Seamlessly integrating English without feeling like extra work at all.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Just swap it out. Building on that idea of effortless integration, Marika's next strategy is all about sound, immersing yourself.
Yes, creating that soundscape.
She says, listen, 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 and emphasizes spending a lot of time in my day listening to German just to get the sounds and the music of the language.
Tuning the ear.
She's honest about not understanding everything, especially at first. So she wisely suggests starting with resources like Slow German or Easy German podcasts.
Good starting point.
And specifically highlights getting ones with transcripts, calls them an invaluable tool. It sounds like she's basically saying, create an English bubble around yourself.
Exactly. Building that English bubble is a brilliant way to put it. And if we connect this back to the brain science,
Yeah.
this isn't just about understanding words. It's about training your auditory cortex, teaching it to recognize new phonemes,
Yeah.
those unique sounds in English,
Huh?
as well as the specific intonation patterns, the rhythm, the music of English you mentioned.
So you're building a sound map.
Literally building a sound map of English in your brain. Your brain needs exposure to categorize and process these new sounds properly.
Why can't make sense?
And Marika details this really effective multi-step listening process. It goes beyond just passive listening. It includes active engagement.
How does that work?
First, she listens a few times just to catch words she already knows. Get the gist.
Okay.
Then, this is crucial, she looks at the transcript. to identify words she might have missed just by ear, even if you knew them written down.
Bridging that gap between seeing and hearing.
Exactly. Then, crucially, she re-listens, explicitly training her ear to catch those specific words she missed before, making her brain aware of how they actually sound in connected speech.
Actively tuning in.
Yes. And she notes that all during that process, I'll also pick up a few new vocabulary words. It happens naturally.
Nice bonus.
The core advice here, and it's one many learners skip, is to listen to one podcast episode many times.
Many times, not just once.
Many times.
Yep.
So you really get the maximum benefit. Every time you listen, you'll genuinely get something new. Plus, it gives you tons of repetition, which helps you remember the new words.
Repetition without it feeling like drilling.
Exactly. Think about the practical opportunities this opens up for you. Whenever you can, walking the dog, driving, taking the bus, cleaning, laundry, even in the shower, playing your favorite podcast, audiobook, or even music in English helps your ears switch to English. You naturally pick up vocabulary and intonation.
So it strengthens your language intuition.
Yes, improves pronunciation, prepares your brain for active comprehension, and it doesn't always demand your full, undivided attention.
I love that idea of re-listening to the same podcast. Like you said, hearing something new each time transforms background noise into an active tool.
Absolutely. Deepens the learning.
Now, for America's third tip, and this one really resonates if you lead a busy life, which is, let's face it, most of us.
The reality for many.
Look for small moments in your day to do just a few minutes of English. She's candid, so she rarely has big, uninterrupted blocks of free time.
Relatable.
So sitting down for an hour of dedicated study, not always realistic, and honestly, who always wants to?
Right.
As she wisely points out, learning English is not about studying it in books, it's about living the language and making it part of your everyday life.
Living the language, that's key.
It really fits that idea of integrating learning so seamlessly, it almost disappears into your normal activities.
This tip profoundly challenges that traditional, often intimidating view of language learning, doesn't it?
Totally. The study block model.
Yeah, the idea you need quiet room, hours of commitment. Instead, it advocates for what we call micro-learning.
Micro-learning.
Leveraging those short interstitial moments, those little gaps in the day we often dismiss as too brief to be useful.
5 minutes here, 10 minutes there.
Exactly. Yeah. But the truth, backed by how our brains consolidate learning, is that these small, consistent efforts compound massively over time.
Like interest in a savings account.
Perfect analogy. Leading to significant, sometimes surprising progress without ever feeling like a chore. Those tiny droplets forming a river.
So give us some concrete examples. How does this look in practice?
The sources provide great ones, showing how easy it is. Listening to a podcast while you have breakfast connects right back to the listening tip. Dual purpose breakfast.
Okay.
Creating 2-3-3 flashcards during a coffee break.
Yeah.
Manageable, focused, not aiming for 100, just a few.
Bite-sized. Doable.
Reviewing your flashcards while waiting for your meal to cook. Or waiting for a bus in line during commercials. Idle time becomes learning time.
Smart use of dead time.
Watching a TV series in English. Possibly the most enjoyable homework ever.
Definitely.
Turn entertainment into learning. Maybe start with subtitles, then gradually remove it. Just let the language wash over you.
Okay.
Reading a few pages in a book written for your level. These are called graded readers. They exist for English too, and they're fantastic.
Graded readers. Good tip.
Targeted reading practice that builds confidence without being overwhelming. Introduces vocabulary gradually.
Nice.
Spending 2 to 5 minutes doing an online exercise.
Huh?
Quick grammar or vocabulary boost.
Yeah.
Lots of apps and websites for this. The key is just doing something. One short exercise is better than nothing.
Consistency over quantity again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And finally, a really brilliant one. Talking to yourself, your cat, or your children in English.
Huh. Love that.
It's a fantastic low pressure way to practice speaking, internalize the language, and it's a perfect preview of our next section. The underlying principle is that these small, consistent efforts add up. They make English a vibrant, living part of your everyday life, not some separate chore on your to-do list.
Working with your life, not against it.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered the when and the how. Weaving English into your day, using tiny moments, building those neural superhighways.
Consistency, micro-learning.
Right, but what good is a language lab if you don't have the right tools, the actual words to use?
Good point. You need the building blocks.
To truly embed English into our routines and make these tips work, we need the vocabulary. So let's equip you now with the essential words and phrases, the ones to describe the common actions filling your days.
Getting down to the nuts and bolts.
This is where our deep dive into the language itself really starts. We'll use the simple present tense as our guide, since that's what we use for routines.
Makes sense.
As one source pointed out, one of the most common topics of conversation in any language is to talk about your daily routine.
True. It comes up all the time.
And knowing these words is excellent for listening to other people because they'll likely talk about their routines and you want to understand them.
Absolutely. Listening and speaking.
So for this section, we've meticulously pulled together key vocabulary from a whole range of trusted resources. Grammar Bank, Oxford Language Club, ESL Library, EF English Live, Speak Up English, Clipingo, Bookish English.
A solid collection.
We'll weave these words into little narratives, showing how they connect and form the natural rhythm of your day.
Okay, let's start right at the beginning. The dawn of your day. The moments that kick everything off.
The opening scene.
Exactly. The words we use here really set the tone for talking about our routines.
So first thing.
Most mornings, your first conscious action is, I wake up. That moment you open your eyes, become aware.
Okay, wake up.
You might hear, on weekdays, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. Or I wake up at 6 o'clock.
Got it.
Sometimes, though, after waking, you might linger a bit. Maybe I stay in bed about 10 minutes before I get up, enjoying that transition.
The lovely bit before reality hits.
Then comes the call to action. Often the alarm. I turn off my alarm. Or, for those who like a few extra minutes, I press the snooze button a few times.
Guilty.
Then eventually, I get up, or I get out of bed. One teacher described it. I get up at 6:50. That specific moment of emerging.
Get up. Okay.
Next is often hydration, or that caffeine boost. Many people say, I have a cup of coffee, or I make a cup of tea. Often a ritual.
The morning ritual.
Then the first meal, I have breakfast, or I eat breakfast. Foundational energy, the first meal of the day.
Breakfast. Essential.
After that, personal care. You'll hear, I wash my face. And for a deeper clean, I take a shower or I take a bath.
Shower or bath?
Post shower, I dry my hair, then I comb my hair or I brush my hair.
Care.
And an absolute must.
Yeah.
I brush my teeth. One learner had a fun trick. I brush my teeth, 1, 2, 3. I count in English. Using that tiny moment.
Smart. Micro learning in action.
For some, I put on makeup. Then universally, I get dressed.
Yeah.
Or I put on my clothes, preparing for the day.
Get dressed.
Finally, stepping out. I leave home and embarking on the main activity. I go to work or I go to school.
Off you go.
If travel's involved, you might say, I commute by train, using that specific verb for the regular journey.
Commute. Good word.
Let's visualize it. Amir eating pancakes at 8 a.m. Or the EF English Live teacher waking at 6, getting up at 6:50, making tea, ironing, catching the bus at 8.15.
Paints a picture.
It's the rhythm of countless mornings. So think about your own morning. Can you mentally narrate it right now using these phrases? Describe what you actually do.
That internal narration again.
It's powerful practice. Turns your routine into a story you can tell in English.
Okay, the morning rush settles. We move into the core of the day. For many, this is where the bulk of our hours are spent, right? Hitting the books or the office.
The main chunk of the day.
Being able to talk about these activities in English is fundamental for everyday chats, describing your job, your studies.
Absolutely essential. This segment captures that productive, scheduled part of life. Lots of specific task-oriented vocabulary here. Indeed, this is where practical English really comes into play. As you settle into your responsibilities, the language shifts.
Arriving.
You'd say, I arrive work around 9:30, or I arrive school. Then things kick off. I start work at 9, or class starts at 9:25. As one learner put it, I start my work or I start my class.
Start work, start class. Okay.
If you're a student, your actions revolve around learning. I listen to the teacher, I read the board, maybe I take notes. Foundational classroom stuff.
Student life.
In an office, common actions include I work on the computer, the digital world, right?
Pretty much standard now.
This also involves key communication. I check emails and I answer emails, keeping up with digital correspondence.
Emails.
Beyond that, I make telephone calls, I organize a meeting, or I report to my boss. Critical workplace phrases.
Office talk.
If your main job is studying, you'd say, I study English, or I do homework. But even others might fit English study into breaks.
Back to microlearning.
Exactly. Midday, focus shifts to fuel. I have lunch, or I eat lunch. For example, I have lunch at 12.
Lunch break.
Later, maybe I have afternoon tea, or I eat snacks to keep energy up.
Oh, that pick me up.
To wrap up this big chunk of the day, I finish work at 5, or I finish school at 3, marking that transition.
End of the workday, school day.
Think about that EF English Live teacher again, her routine. Teaching 9.25, 11.25, lunch at 12, teaching again 1 through 3, then photocopying admin tasks.
A very structured day.
It highlights how these verbs string together to tell the story of a productive day. Remember the simple present for routines.
And those adverbs of frequency.
Yes. Sprinkle them in. I always check emails first thing. He usually eats lunch at his desk. They rarely go out on weekends.
Adds detail.
Mentally narrate your own workday using these phrases. You're not just memorizing, you're internalizing and activating the language in a meaningful context.
Okay, sun's going down. Routines shift from public work, school, to private.
The
Home.
wind down phase.
This is where we relax, reconnect, prepare for the next day. Being able to talk about these home activities, these personal moments, that's key for real English conversation, right?
Absolutely. Describing your personal life, your downtime, what brings you comfort, it's very relatable. And this part of the day offers such a rich tapestry of personal domestic activities, loads of opportunities for integrated language practice. These are the moments often shared in casual chat.
So first step.
I get home, or I arrive home. That feeling of stepping back into your own space.
Home sweet home.
Once home, maybe quickly I get undressed and I get in my pajamas, signaling relaxation mode.
Comfy clothes time.
For the evening meal, I cook dinner or I make dinner.
Yeah.
Then eating. I have dinner or I eat dinner with family or solo.
Dinner time.
Chores often follow. I wash the dishes or I wash up.
Dishes. Fun.
Less pleasant but needed. I take the rubbish out. If you have pets, I feed the dog or I feed the cat.
Pet duties.
For relaxation, varied options. I watch TV, I relax on the couch, or maybe I chill out on the sofa.
Couch potato time.
Many enjoy quieter things too. I read a book. If you're still studying, I do the homework.
Homework in the evening.
Finally, ending the day, preparing for rest. I go to bed, or I fall asleep.
Bedtime.
Before that, practical safety stuff. I lock the door, I turn off the lights, and ensuring a timely start tomorrow, I set the alarm.
Setting the alarm. Crucial.
To make it vivid, remember those examples. Wendy washing dishes, her son putting them away, a shared family routine,
Yeah.
or the EF English Live teacher's packed evening. Washing up, sweeping, tidying, calls, marking work, laundry, Facebook, TV, chatting with her son, then bed around 11.
A very full evening.
It is. Now think about your routine to wind down. Can you describe your evening in simple sentences using these words? What do you do when you get home? How do you relax?
Narrating again.
Consciously narrating these familiar actions builds that muscle memory for natural conversation about your personal life.
Okay, weekdays. Often structured, defined by work or school. Weekends. Usually a different rhythm, right? A welcome change.
Definitely a different feel.
But even in our leisure time, there are consistent actions, weekly habits that form a pattern, and these also offer great chances for language practice.
Absolutely. Consistency isn't just daily. It can be weekly, too. That's an important point.
Exactly. As one source noted, there's a contrast. Busy and structured weekdays versus different relaxed weekends. But it also shows how weekly tasks still form a routine.
And offer learning slots.
Precisely. On Saturdays, for instance, many people say, I usually go grocery shopping early. A weekly ritual, often done once a week.
The big shop.
Following that, maybe my family does the housework together every Saturday morning. Or solo. I usually do the washing on Sunday and then I hang the clothes out to dry. Regular chores.
Washing, housework. Got it.
Outdoor tasks too. I water the garden or I wash my car and maybe then I do the ironing, tackling that pile.
Ironing. Huh? Weekends are also for socializing. At night, I go out with my friends and have some fun. Leisure time.
Friends and fun.
For some, community or spiritual involvement. On Sundays, I go to church. Leisure and errands often mix. I go to the mall and do some shopping, entertainment. Then I usually hire a movie and watch a movie.
Weekend activities.
Personal well-being is common too. I exercise at least 3 times a week, or I go to the gym. One example, I work out for almost an hour.
Exercise habits.
Managing stress too. I meditate every morning so that I feel less stressed. Or to reduce the stress I get during the week. Self-care.
Meditation. Good one.
Finally, practical modern tasks. I recharge my cell phone, I recharge my travel card, and staying connected. My friends call their parents each week.
Weekly check-ins.
These activities, less frequent than daily ones, are still predictable. They offer structured chances for language engagement. Imagine listening to an English podcast while grocery shopping.
Combining tasks again.
Or mentally describing your workout in English. See them not just as chores or leisure, but as opportunities to integrate English into your weekly rhythm. Build those pathways.
So how do your weekends unfold?
Exactly. What weekly actions could become your next English learning opportunity?
Right, now we get to the bit many find the most daunting. But it's absolutely crucial for real fluency. Speaking.
The active part, the scary part for many.
Our neurolanguage coach, Marika, is very direct here, cuts right to it. Go out of your comfort zone, practice speaking.
No mincing words.
She admits, very honestly, I'm very slow when I speak German. My grammar's all over the place. I feel a bit silly.
So relatable, that vulnerability.
But I still do 2 to 4 speaking lessons every week. Her honesty makes her advice even stronger, I think. She underscores it. There's no secret. If you want to learn to speak, you must practice speaking.
Can't argue with that. Practice makes progress.
It's not just about knowing words anymore. It's about actively using them, even imperfectly, even if it feels awkward at first. It's the bridge between knowing and doing.
And this is where that bookish English source really shines. It offers this intimate, incredibly effective strategy for getting over that fear of speaking, especially if you don't have a partner handy.
Self-talk.
Yes, it champions the idea. Small practice, daily practice that is the secret. The concept is profound yet simple. Speak to yourself about your real life.
Even with simple words.
Even with simple words, it trains your brain, builds confidence, all without the pressure of an audience. It's your own personal, judgment-free language lab.
Okay, how does that look? Give me examples.
Let's use the bookish English examples. Make them concrete. Think about your routine. Morning. Wake up. Silently or softly say, I wake up. Go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. Brushing teeth. I brush my teeth. Maybe count 1, 2, 3 in English.
Tiny narration.
I wash my face. Getting dressed. I put on my clothes. Describe them. This shirt is blue. These are my pants. Look outside. It is sunny or it is cloudy. The source says every sentence is a chance. You're narrating your life.
Okay. What about breakfast?
Breakfast. As you eat, I eat breakfast. Say it slowly. Describe things. This is my plate. I eat eggs. I like bread. I put butter on my bread.
Making it conscious.
Add feelings. I feel happy. I feel sleepy. The tea is warm. The learner of the source said, I am not reading a book. I am living English that is the best kind of learning. You're turning actions into active practice.
Living English. I like that.
The benefits are profound.
Yeah.
The learner shared, at first it felt strange talking to myself, but now it feels normal. It is my secret way to practice. I only need to talk about my real life. Morning is the best time because every day starts the same. I can say the same words again and again. That is good for learning.
Consistency and low stakes.
It does so much more than just help remember words. It helps form sentences, connect ideas, builds confidence, lowers that psychological barrier to speaking out loud later.
It's building the foundation.
Exactly. It's not magic. It's consistent, deliberate practice in your own space. So we encourage you, even 2 words help. Even 1 sentence helps. Just speak. Your English will grow. Your fear will go away. You will become confident.
Your internal monologue becomes your language coach.
Your most patient and persistent one.
That's a powerful tool, turning your inner world into your first classroom. Once you're comfortable with that inner coach, that self-talk, the natural next step is cautiously maybe, but consistently engage with others, even in small ways.
Taking it external.
And remember, this is critical perfection isn't the goal. Progress is. Every tiny interaction builds that progress, chips away at the fear.
Like dipping a toe in before diving.
Exactly.
It addresses that essential progression, internal monologue to external dialogue, starting small, building interaction skills.
How do you start small?
The bookish English source is wise here. It doesn't have to be complex. Simple greetings. Hi, hello. Asking, how are you? Responding, I'm good. Basic questions. What are you doing? Responses. That's nice.
The absolute basics of connection.
They seem basic, but they're the real ways people connect every day. Now, the fear of mistakes, that's a big barrier.
Huge. What if I say it wrong?
The source tackles this with compassion. I feel shy. I think, what if I say it's the wrong word? But then I breathe. I remind myself making mistakes is okay. My friends are kind. They do not laugh. They help me. They smile. They wait for me.
Self-compassion and a supportive environment.
Crucial. Mistakes aren't failures. They're data points. Feedback for your brain. Think of a baby learning to walk. They fall constantly, but they don't see it as making mistakes. They just keep trying.
Good perspective. Learning, not failing.
And strategies for learning from conversations. I ask, what does that mean? My friend explains, I say thank you. I write the word down. I try to use it tomorrow.
Turning interactions into direct learning.
Makes new vocabulary immediately relevant, memorable. The source illustrates with relatable scenarios. Lunch with friends. Simple voices connect. This food is good. I like rice. Asking, what do you like? Sharing, do you want some? Responses, thank you, you're welcome. Threads of everyday interaction.
Real life language.
Family dinner. Answering, how was your day? With English details, a new word learned, a chat you had. Normalizes English at home. Teach family a word. Ask questions. Really? What happened next? Pushes conversational skills.
Integrating it into family life.
These small, consistent interactions build vocabulary, grammar, and crucial confidence and fluency. They bridge the gap between knowing about English and using English.
Okay, but what if you don't have people to practice with easily?
Good question. The Neurolanguage coach, Marika, offers a solution. Her Faster Fluency Conversation Club.
Oh, the club.
She says, I created it to make it easy for you to have friends to practice speaking English with me. There's a speaking session each day, free, providing a structured, supportive space.
So there are options.
Always avenues if you seek them. It's about finding any opportunity to speak, however small, however structured.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting, maybe a bit mind-bending. What if you could turn your actual thoughts, your internal monologue, into English? Our sources suggest this silent internal practice is incredibly powerful.
Deeper than speaking aloud.
It feels like the ultimate immersion, doesn't it? Truly inhabiting the language.
It absolutely is. Perhaps the most profound level of language integration. English stops being just a subject you study.
And becomes
the medium of your internal world. The bookish English concept is striking.
Yeah.
I also think in English, I look at people and think, he is walking or she is talking on the phone. These small thoughts are practice. They are quiet, but they are powerful.
Wow. Constant, subtle, personal engagement.
You're essentially running a continuous silent English commentary on your own life, your observations.
How do you practice that?
The source details reflection before sleep as a prime time. I think in English I say in my mind, today was a good day. I think I spoke English. I learned new words. I made sentences I feel proud.
Internal review and affirmation.
It solidifies the day's learning and builds that positive feedback loop, reinforces progress, makes you feel good about your efforts, all in English.
Nice.
The more you consciously, consistently think in English, the faster your brain processes ideas directly in English. This dramatically reduces the need for mental translation.
That awkward middle step.
Exactly. Thinking in your native language, translating, then speaking writing. Eliminating that is key to genuine fluency, spontaneity. You start to feel the language, not just process it.
Feeling it, not just thinking about it.
We strongly encourage you to try this, even for a minute or two before sleep. Reflect on your day in simple English sentences. Don't worry about perfection. Just try framing your thoughts in English.
What did I do? How did I feel?
Exactly. What did you see? It's quiet, personal, but its cumulative effect on fluency, confidence, and cognitive integration is immense. Become fluent not just in what you say, but in what you think. Hashtag tag outro.
Wow.
We've covered a truly vast and, I think, compelling landscape today, haven't we?
We really have a proper deep dive.
From the fundamental brain science of consistent microlearning to the nitty-gritty practical vocabulary of your daily actions, and then that courageous but gentle leap into speaking and actually thinking directly in English.
It all connects.
This deep dive has really shown us that your everyday routine, it isn't just a schedule to get through, it's a goldmine of language learning opportunities.
Often overlooked.
Waiting to be discovered, consciously used. To recap the most powerful insights, we started with the immense power of consistency over intensity.
Right, America's point. Build those neural superhighways.
And practical strategies, replacing activities with English ones for effortless integration, engaging in immersive listening, passive and active, tuning your ear,
The music of the language.
and crucially, seizing those tiny moments for powerful microlearning. Then we equipped you with a wealth of essential vocabulary for every part of your day,
Morning work, evening weekends.
showing how they form the narrative of your life. And finally, the transformative impact of speaking to yourself, starting small conversations, embracing mistakes,
Mistakes are data.
and ultimately moving towards thinking directly in English, inspired by bookish English and all our sources.
So, what does all this mean for you listening right now, navigating your own English journey?
The bottom line.
It means you already possess everything you need to become more confident, more natural, more fluent in English. Your life, your daily actions, your thoughts, your hobbies, they are your classroom.
Your teacher, your practice partner.
Exactly. The tools for mastery aren't hidden away somewhere expensive. They're always within reach, woven right into the fabric of your everyday existence.
It's empowering, really.
Your challenge, then, if you choose to accept this path, is to take just one small actionable step from today's deep dive. Integrate it into your routine tomorrow.
Just one thing.
Maybe it's saying good morning to yourself in English. Maybe listening to that podcast at breakfast. Maybe just mentally describing one thing you eat for lunch in English.
Start small. Be consistent.
Start small, be incredibly consistent, and then just watch the magic of incremental progress unfold in your own life.
Work.
And here's a final provocative thought to mull over, something to carry with you. If every single day offers countless tiny moments for practice, for building those pathways, for speaking, for thinking, what truly incredible fluency could you achieve? Not by adding more stress or more tasks to your already busy life, but by simply transforming the rich, full life you already have, turning it into your most effective, personalized language learning adventure.
Love that. Transform the life you have.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We truly hope you feel empowered, excited even, to make every day a new opportunity for English exploration.
Keep experimenting, keep speaking, keep exploring.
Absolutely. Until next time.